Straejoy sisters. I'm so thrilled to be gathering together today in this way, and welcome. Thank you, Molly, for letting us all start our day with our bodies, this trusted ally and friend that's getting us through one big year. So hello 2020, and hello and yes to holding center and finding our way through this together and collectively and individually. So I have offered yoga at the last two summer camps, and I've also been a reclamation grad, so I've met many of you. For those that I haven't met, hi, welcome. My name is Tawny Starius, and or camp name is Rainbow Hawk, and I live here in California, really close to Molly, and we're close friends. So welcome to a practice. I'm going to offer in all levels yoga practice, breathing, just really anchoring into our bodies and letting us really start our day here. So it's been, right, such a huge year, and we all have so many different feelings probably circulating and different ways we handle stress and pain and change. And the opportunity to practice today is to reclaim and refine our breath and reconnect to our center, hold it, and find the strength and the wisdom that's in the center. So yes to taking care of our body this hour in whatever way you need to, and making this practice work for you and serve you today. So I'm offering movements, and you make it yours, take away, add to, and make it work for you and your body today. I love how Molly invites in at summer camp the idea of body positive, staying with that awareness that our body is our friend and our ally and our source of wisdom and is intelligent. So if anything comes up as you move your body today, just tracking those thoughts of my body is wise, what can you do in your body? If one movement is limited or we have injury or yoga might be new to you, what can you do? And sometimes the only thing you're moving is just the breath, which is huge, especially right now in such a stressful time. It can take our breath away. So how can we just keep breathing and keep returning inward to that wise body that's here as our support? So class will be offering breathing and moving and reminding of this vessel that we can use. Yoga is also this yoking, this uniting of what's needed, what needs to come together. And with today's journaling and quite a bit of sitting, I'm going to offer a practice that's mostly standing and also opening of our wrists and our hands and our joints and our fingers so that we can journal from the heart. So we'll do some opening of the channels of the heart, just opening the whole energy system of the body so that we are fully here today, connected together. So let your body feel and explore, do what you need to do, most importantly, listening to the yoga teacher within. All right, let's begin standing up today. And another reminder that there's no way to do yoga right and there's no way to do it wrong. You just know that it's right for you if it's feeling right in your body, it's feeling true and feeling honest. So we're going to start with a simple standing pose, or Tadasana, or a mountain pose sometimes called. Feet about hip width, knees a little bit bent, and then starting to feel and trust into the support of the floor. Feel and to trust into the support of your mat or your carpet or the earth if you're outside. Find yourself arriving this morning. Go ahead and look around your room, your space, Just turning the head a little bit, finding the colors that are around you, the walls that are holding you. Orienting the nervous system to where you are right now, being fully present. And then if it feels right for you to close the eyes, we'll focus a few breaths. The inhale, taking the breath into the chest and the heart. And the exhale, releasing the shoulders, the face, again trusting into the earth. Breathing in, feeling the sense of expansion. And exhaling, softening deeper into the earth. So this first pose, mountain pose, is like becoming a part of the earth, like a mountain. We'll start with stability, arriving where we are fully, letting everything else go so you can be this tall mountain. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe visualizing a mountain that gives you courage and strength. Go ahead and open the eyes if they're closed. And I want you to lean forward in this mountain pose and then lean backward so the toes maybe lift. And then again, move forward, maybe the heels lift, and then move back. And we're just gonna rock forward and back. Notice how it feels to be a little unstable as you go forward. Maybe you find a sense of stability in the center, and then again, you're feeling off on the back. We're just gonna rock our body forward and back. Notice how awkward it is when you're out of balance or off center. And then reclaim that center, finding stability in mountain pose, standing tall and straight, long, rooted into the earth and reaching to the sky. And then we'll add the arms on, inhaling the arms all the way up to the sky in whatever way feels right for you. And then exhaling the arms down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms reach down. Moving this way a few more times. Inhaling, arms reaching up. Noticing where it feels good to reach and move. Exhale, noticing where you can let go a little bit more. You can bend the knees if that feels good. Taking a big reach on the inhale. And exhaling the arms down. The next few ones, I'd like you to just say to yourself, today I am moving for. See if an intention, a dedication, a devotion might land. Today I am moving for. As if your movement could be a prayer, an offering of your energy. Today I am moving for. Just seeing what lands when you open your heart and you open your mind. Maybe there's a word that comes through. One more time. Today I am moving for. And then bringing that into your heart. Maybe the hands come into a prayer, or you rest the palms onto your heart. And take a few minutes to feel the breath and feel the heart. Feel your intention maybe. And then I'd like you to visualize all the sisters that are holding their hearts right now. As we gather here virtually and how we have gathered in person over the years. Feeling the support of the sisters of Straejoy, the sisters beyond Straejoy, all the women that support you. Molly talks about this golden thread that connects us, this web of life. See if you can take a few breaths into this golden support in the heart. letting it nourish you. Visualize all the women that are holding this sweet space for your heart today. Maybe even visualize we're gathering in person in Michigan. Notice what it feels like to have a tribe around you, a sisterhood of support and love present for your heart. Go ahead and release the arms down to the earth. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs and circles. On the inhale, taking the shoulders up by the ears. On the exhale, rolling the shoulders back and down. Inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling, shoulders down. Inviting the movement to be working for you and what your shoulders feel and need today. We're going to reverse that circle. So you're going to take the shoulders up through the back and then shrug them forward. Opening the shoulder joint. Good, one more. A little bend in the knee, comfortable stance, sourcing the energy from the earth. It's kind of a qigong stance, so you can feel comfortable and connected to the earth. And then we're going to draw small circles with the crown of the head. If you find a place in the neck and the head that just needs to hang out, let gravity, let the head relax. Drawing small or big circles into the neck and head. Connecting the head to the body, this great bridge that the neck is. Connecting the head to the heart, to the wisdom that's you. Letting this channel be open, powerful. You are powerful. Your body is powerful. Go ahead and reverse the circle. Opening the neck the opposite way. Noticing if there's anything you can do to make this movement feel better for you. Feel more pleasurable, more honest. One more, next circle. And then coming back to standing, we'll do one more shoulder shrug up by the ears. You're going to hold the breath. Taking as much breath as you can and then squeeze the fist. Tighten the whole body. Create some tension in the body. Maybe squeeze the face, the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders. Hold the breath. And then exhale, we're going to powerfully let the breath out through the mouth and drop the shoulders. And drop the stress. Inhale again, tight. Big breath, hold the breath, squeeze the whole body, tense and tight. Cutting yourself off from the flow. And then exhale, let it all out. Again, one more. Inhale, squeeze. Tight, create stress. Discomfort, hold so you know what it feels like. And then let the body let it go. Good. And then a natural shake of the body. Shaking off any tension this morning from this week, this year. And arriving. We're going to give our body a blessing. So you're going to take the arms out in front of you like you're holding something sacred, in which I'd like you to visualize that you are. Maybe for us collectively, we could visualize the golden thread or golden energy that we're holding. And we're going to anoint our body with whatever it is. It could be bio glitter for this group, rose petals, honey. And we're going to offer it up to ourselves. That's what we're here practicing, giving to ourselves. You're going to tip the palms over the crown of the head. And then just like honey, you're going to slide the hands down the skull, dripping, relaxing the palms over the face and the eyeballs, letting it intuitively drip around the neck and the throat. Letting the hands slide down the chest, maybe the arms. Intuitively, just touching and blessing your body with your hands, moving down through the organs, the legs, going slowly so you feel more. Touching the knees, these great joints, loving as you slide the arms down the legs and anoint the ankles, the feet, thanking them for being here, showing up. Letting the hands touch and bless the backs of the legs and the calf muscles. Sliding up the backs of the legs, maybe across the tush as you curl yourself back to standing. Hands sliding up through the back and the kidneys, clearing any tension in the low back, the front of the belly, the sisters, the breasts. And one more, taking the arms into a hug, thanking your body for being here, getting through this wild year and showing up. We're going to also thank the sun for being here as she comes up. So we're going to do a couple sun salutes to move some energy in the body. You're going to start maybe at the top of your mat in that Tadasana mountain pose that we already engaged with, connecting to the earth and the stability of yourself. If you can, facing towards the east or the sunrise could be a powerful way to welcome in this light, welcome in the sun, the vibrancy, the golden light that is the sun, that is life. So we're thanking the sun for being here and letting the sun wake us up. We're going to do so by taking the arms up, big breath, arms up all the way over the head so the palms touch. Then salute the back of the heart, the front of the heart, and then fold forward, slowly, easily. If you need, hands can come down to a block or stacked books. You can take the hands to the earth if that's possible, the knuckles, palms to the earth, or you can grab the ankles. Another option is to grab the elbows in this forward fold, letting the spine hang and release with gravity. Rocking forward onto the feet so you feel a nice stretch through the back of the legs. Awakening. Relaxing the belly, relaxing the face, the crown of the head. Bending the knees if you need to. Then hands to the earth. Bend the knees as much as you need to. You're going to step back into a plank pose like you're about to do a push-up. One foot and then the other, or you can hop back if that's in your practice. Holding plank for a few breaths, building some heat in the body, pulling the navel up, pushing through the arm bones, rounding the back of the heart a little bit towards the sun. If this feels too intense, you can always drop onto your knees for a modified plank pose. From plank or modified plank, you're going to lower your heart slowly to the earth, coming up into a cobra pose or an upward facing dog or a sphinx pose. So all that means is lifting through the spine a bit, lifting through the heart, opening across the chest. You can lift the knees if you want, if the spine allows, following your wisdom of your spine. If that felt too intense to do up dog, this is sphinx pose with a little lift of the chest, but the body is grounded. Lifting through the head, letting the ears draw away from the shoulders. For some, maybe gazing up. We're going to slowly come back out, either knees drop down or stepping back into a downward facing dog. Hands are about hip width or shoulder width. Feet are about hip width. Kind of like an upside down V. You can bend the knees as much as you need to, lengthening the arms, feeling as if someone's almost pulling you by the hips back as you open the body, open the spine, letting the head hang. You can even shake the head out. You can shake the sound out of your body. Noticing what you can do to make it feel better for you. Finding the breath.
Maybe even hearing the breath. That sweet sound of you. Then gaze forward to the hands. You can either hop the feet to the hands or step or walk the feet to the front of the mat to the hands. And again, forward fold. Letting the spine hang with gravity, pushing into the feet, into the earth. And again, inhale, curling the spine up. Arms float skyward, reaching up, palms touch. And exhale through center. Again, finding that center as the hands come across the face, calming the face. The hands park at the heart. Maybe reminding yourself of your intention this morning or a prayer of devotion. And we'll move a few more times like this simple sun salute. Inhaling the arms up. Hold the breath if you can. Salute the back of your heart, the front of your heart, diving forward into the future. Forward fold. You can pulse here a few times. Inhale, coming halfway up with the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, releasing. One more. Inhaling up. Exhaling down all the way, stepping back into that plank pose or hop back. And invite some heat in, like the heat and the warmth of the sun, letting it purify our body. If you want a little more warmth, you can take this into a push-up, do a couple little dips. Pushing away from the earth, create some heat. You can drop down to the knees if you need to. And then invitation to open the heart. So you can come a little bit down to the earth, rolling over the toes for an upward facing dog. Pushing through the arms, shoulders away from the ears. Or hips can come down if that feels better. Or Sphinx, lifting, pushing into the forearms. So finding your heart opening today, what works for you. Honoring the light and the sun. Waking this sweet body up. Coming back into a downward facing dog in your own time and way. Returning to the breath. Each inhale, feeling the arms lengthen, the spine lengthen. Each exhale, relax the belly, the weight of the head, the heels to drop, the legs to open. Flooding your body with breath, with light. And gaze forward to the hands, a little hop of the feet to the hands or walk them back forward to forward fold. Pulsing up and down a few times. Or making this fold feel delicious for you. Exploring ways to make it work. We'll use an inhale to take us back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhaling, curling the spine up, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhaling the hands through center, letting that centered space calm the face and calm the heart and return to this sense of stability, this stillness. And then we'll start moving again. One more time, this type of sun salute. Inhale the arms up, hold the breath if you can, salute the back, the front, fold forward, pulsing a few times. Staying with your breath, your body. Hopping or stepping back into a plank pose. Staying in plank for a few breaths. Find your warmth, find your strength. Making this yours, maybe some push-ups, or maybe right straight into an upward facing dog, or a Sphinx pose opening through the heart. Feeling where the body is communicating to you. Maybe it's through stiffness. Can you bring a sense of looseness where there's tightness? Can you bring some breath where there's frozenness? Moving into a downward facing dog. Feeling the palms touch the texture of your mat or your floor. Feel your feet. Dropping into the earth, the heels descending. Flooding your body with breath, with light. And gaze forward, a little hop of the feet forward, or walk the feet forward, last forward fold. Pulsing for a few breaths. And then inhale, coming all the way up with a breath. Grabbing that intention, palms touch, pulling it in, finding your center, the sweet spot of alignment. Drop the arms to mountain pose. And then I'd like us to take the right foot forward in front of the left, like you're walking a tightrope. And then arms out to the side. And you can lean forward and back until you find that sweet center. And notice how even in center and stability of the feet, if you look down, they're on that same line like you literally are walking a tightrope. There's still movement. Zipping up the inside of the legs like it's one pant leg. Feeling as stable as you can using both feet for stability. If your balance feels pretty good, try taking the arms up so the palms are parallel like railroad tracks. Letting the legs wobble as much as they need to. And then option to stay here. Or if you want to, challenge our balance. Challenge that place of center. Lean forward onto the right foot. Take the left foot up behind you. Or warrior 3. Hips are square. Arms parallel. If you want more, for those that do, lowering the torso towards the earth, parallel. Reach to the back foot. Stay with your breath. Trust the wobble. Trust the body. And then we'll come all the way back up. This left foot's going to come into a tree pose. Hands can come back through center, either maybe pausing at the heart or hands on the hips, whatever feels most stable for you. So for tree pose, the left foot's going to come up either onto the calf or the ankle or all the way up into the inner thigh. You can push the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot, and then hands come together at the heart. So you want to avoid the knee, but if going up into the inner thigh is too intense, you can practice onto the calf or the toes onto the earth. From here, if you want more, taking the arms towards the sky, feeling your version of a beautiful tree. Maybe the arms want to come out wide, trusting wherever the arms go. You could do an eagle arm, crossing one arm over the other. Good. And release. We'll switch. We're going to do the tightrope again with the left foot in front of the right this time. Hands to the earth, reaching the fingertips towards the earth. Rocking forward and back until you find both feet stable. Feeling that center through the body. Arms can come out wherever feels stable for you. Out to the side can help kind of temper that centered spot. Invitation to stay here if this is enough, or arms parallel, coming into that warrior three, lifting the right foot this time back behind you, paralleling the torso towards the floor. If this feels too intense, come out a little bit. Just let the right foot hover just a little bit away from the floor. Challenging our center, right? I'm sure we're going to be guided through that today with Molly. How do we just fall off center and feel like so lost? How do we come back? So use this pose as our way to find our body center. Good, coming back. I'm doing tree pose now. Hands can come to the center of the heart or the hips, popping that right foot away from the floor into a tree pose. So sole of the foot could touch the ankle, the calf, avoiding the knee joint, maybe all the way up into the inner thigh. Sole of the foot into the thigh, thigh bone into the foot. Feel that merging like a tree trunk, pulling into that centered space. You can take your hands to your body if that feels more centering. Sometimes just putting our palms on our own body helps us return to center. If you want to challenge yourself in tree pose, maybe the arms want to extend upward or outward. Or you could do that eagle pose that we did on the opposite side, stretching through the arms. Making it your shape, your mudra, your power. Whatever feels powerful for you right now. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It matters how it feels. How do you feel when you find center and find your strength? Good. Go ahead and return to that mountain pose. Go ahead and shake it out a little bit. Sometimes when we do balancing on one foot, there's some gripping and cramping. Shaking's always good. Molly and I love shaking. I know you do too. So we're going to interlace the fingers, do a little bit of stretching through the wrist. I'm going to push the wrists away from you. And then taking the arms all the way up, stretching through the chest and shoulders. Using the stability of the legs to hold you. If you want a little bit more, try taking the arms a little further behind you. Opening through this heart, these arms. Now we're going to bend the elbows, take the hands behind the head. Opening the breath into the chest. This powerful center, this untapped resource of love. Good. Next, you're going to take the hands back behind the head. So the elbows reach up. Walk the fingertips down the spine, behind the heart. If you want more, left hand grabs a hold of the right elbow. Taking the right elbow behind the head. Breathing into the shoulders, breathing into wherever your body feels this. For those that might want more, you can take the left hand back behind you to the low back, the palm facing away, or maybe you can wiggle the hands to touch or clasp. For a deeper stretch, you can also use a strap here if you have that. Or just do what you can, let the rest go. Go ahead and release. Again, both hands to the back of the heart, reaching for the warmth of the back of the heart. See if you can feel it with your palms. We'll switch. Right hand grabs the left elbow, take it behind the head, but without forcing. Just opening the channels of the heart and shoulders and arms. We can love more, we can write more from our heart. If you want more, right hand behind you, wrist to the low back, or walking the hand up the back, maybe clasping, and maybe not. Accepting what your body wants to do to receive itself today without judgment, knowing it's wise. Good, release. One more time, both hands behind the head, reaching for the warmth of the heart. Now you're going to dig your fingertips maybe underneath your shirt, and you're going to take the elbows forward, and you're going to rake that skin across the upper back, kind of like you're dragging a backpack maybe forward, tugging the elbows down using gravity. You can stay here if this feels nice onto the neck and the shoulders. If you want a little bit more, draw the chin in to the back of the throat, creating that sexy triple chin. And then slowly lower the head back. Go slow, no rush, keeping the teeth together, the face relaxed. And inhaling the arms back upright, head back upright. Take the hand, let's do your left hand first, like a stop sign. And you're gonna peel the fingertips back with the right hand. Just saying no to anything that no longer serves you, just pushing through that wrist. Peeling the fingertips back so you're stretching through the wrist gently and lovingly. Breathing into the wrist as if it had its own lung, letting it wake up. Get some breath. Then you're going to take the fingertips down onto that left hand and then pull the top of the hand forward towards you. So you're stretching the top of the wrist, or any variation thereof. And switch. Right hand like a stop, pushing away anything that no longer serves you. And then peeling the fingertips back. A few breaths into the wrists. And then fingertips down, grab the top of the hand. Good. And release. We're going to shake the arms out to the side like you're flicking water off the fingertips, going side to side. You can start slow and then pick up the pace a little bit more. Wobbly wrists and fingers. And then pause for a moment and just notice how it feels after shaking. Feels more alive, a little more blood flow. We're going to shake front and back. So we just did side to side. Now we're going front and back. Again, kind of wobbly, letting the bones wiggle and fliggle. Front and back. A little slow at first if you need, or a little faster if you can. Okay, and pause, notice, observe, listen, respond to how it feels. We're going to wake up the brain this morning by shaking the left hand side to side and the right hand up and down. If that's challenging, get one going, left hand side to side, get that going, and then try adding on the right, going up and down. Just do what you can. Waking up all these neural connections. And then we're going to switch. Right hand goes side to side. Get that going. And then left hand up and down. Ficky, like a little DJ player. Okay, switch again. Left side to side, right up and down. Right side to side, left up and down. And then shake it all out. Let it go. Good job. All right, I'm going to do a little more saluting. This one's themed a little bit more with the moon. We're going to stand in that Tadasana, or the feet together if you want a little more challenge. Inhale the arms up so that the palms touch overhead. Arms straight, body straight, tall and long. And then on an exhale, you're going to lean to the left like a crescent moon. Taking this time to even just think about the moon, its ever-changing phases, maybe how it reflects to us, change, how that's constant. Inhale, coming back through center, finding that place of stability. Hey, if taking the arms straight is not cool for you, you can bend the arms as well. You can also open the palms so that they're open. We're going to lean over to the right side now, crescent shape. Good. Come back to center, that sweet stillness spot. Hands calming the face and pausing at the heart. See if you can recount your dedication, your devotion of movement this morning, what your intention for opening your body is. And we'll use it as a prayer. We're going to step our right foot forward, our left foot back into a warrior stance. So those right toes are pointing forward. The left toes are about 45 degrees. You're going to push those feet away as if you're spreading your mat or spreading the earth. And then recalling your intention. You're going to allow the body to be a vessel for that prayer and that intention. So what I'd like you to do is gather that intention so the palms touch and you feel the power of your heart, your thoughts, your love, and then you're going to push it out. Taking the palms to face down eventually into a warrior. You can deepen your experience into the legs if that feels right. And then again, inhale, we're going to come back through center, maybe ease up on that right knee a little bit. And then exhale, letting that prayer come out. Inhale, back to center. Exhaling, allowing that intention out. And if truly this movement was your way of devoting yourself to that intention, how could you move maybe with more regalness, more confidence, letting that prayer come out, gathering it into the center, holding that prayer, and then allowing it out to the space around you, the room around you, the people around you, out into the world. Letting the body be that metaphor of expressing it into your body and then out into the big body. We're going to hold this last one into a warrior, opening the heart, making sure both arms are straight. Sometimes that back arm wants to play around. Straight and powerful like a warrior, intent and focused. Gazing over those right fingertips, feeling this long line of energy through the heart, this deep sense of rootedness through the legs. Invitation to stay here if this is enough for the body, or taking it into a little reverse warrior. You can slide the left arm down the leg wherever it wants to go. Right arm reaches skyward. Maybe you gaze skyward. Reach skyward. Breathe skyward. Letting this pose inform you. Finding the places where it feels good. Then you're going to take that right forearm and elbow and park it onto the right thigh and or knee, wherever feels right. Now the left arm can come skyward. Keep reaching through the feet, reaching through the upper arm. Letting this pose begin to open not only the body, but all that we are. If you want, you can take that left arm up and over the head for a nice side stretch. For those that want more challenge, the right arm can come down to the floor. And then for all of us, we'll kind of windmill our arms down, pivoting that left foot so that you're into a high lunge, like you're about to take off for a track race. Good. From high lunge, if you've got it in you, coming all the way up, what we call a crescent pose. So you're balancing on the back heel, you're balancing on the back ball of the foot, the heel is up. Hips square.
bringing some movement, some heat into the body. Good. From here, hands all the way back down. This time we're going to do a low lunge. We're going to drop the back knee to the earth. Top of the foot can rest onto the earth. Hands can stay onto the floor, or if you have a block, you can use a block or two. If you want to grow this pose, you can take the torso upright, hands on to that right knee, and or free flow with the arms, maybe taking them up or out or into a little back bend. Notice if you can allow the earth to hold you and the sky. Finding the sweetness of in between. And slowly coming forward. Hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee and step back into a downward facing dog. Good. Walk the feet forward, slowly enjoying the journey of a little walk, stretching and opening the backs of the legs and the hips for a forward fold of your choice, grabbing elbows or ankles, feet or earth. And release, curling the spine up and back to center. So we'll switch, doing the opposite side. So the left foot is going to point forward, right foot 45 degrees. You decide how wide you want your stance. And then I'd like you to either rededicate your movement to that same devotion that is coming through, or finding a new place of prayer, letting this movement be a devotion to someone, something, or maybe to all of us. Whatever it is for you, holding it in your heart and in your breath and in your body. And when you're ready, using the exhale to push the arms out, bending that left knee, finding a warrior. Just flowing with the breath. Inhale, coming maybe back to that center. Exhale, rebending the knee as you spread the arms and express the prayer a little more fully. Trusting that there's no way to do this wrong. Letting your body express that prayer into your own heart, and then allowing it out. Starting with the space that you're in today. And then letting it spread beyond this space to influence others, to expanding to different lands, but always coming back to you and then out. One more pulsing prayer. And then holding warrior. Checking in with the front and the back hand, making sure the palms are down, the arms are straight. The heart is experiencing this sense of openness. Gazing past your fingers and reflecting a face of warriorship, of commitment, devotion and dedication to whatever your life is, whatever you're fighting for, whatever you're loving deeply. You can stay here in this warrior shape, or taking the right arm back to the back leg, lifting the left arm up, coming into a reverse warrior, opening through the front of the body, maybe sinking deeper into the hips for some, or coming out for others, finding your sweet spot,
exploring where that is today. And then coming back up, so the left forearm or elbow rests onto the thigh. Hello, morning sun. Taking the right arm skyward, sunbound, golden thread reaching. And playing with that right arm, maybe taking it all the way up and over the head for a bit of a side opening. Head can be up or down, seeing what the neck needs. Flooding your body with breath. Keeping the face relaxed as you move. We're going to spin kind of that windmill like we did on the other side all the way down for a high lunge. So lifting that back knee if you can, totally optional. Left foot is forward, knee bent. About to take off for a race. You can stay here or inviting in that crescent shape, finding stability into the legs as you peel the torso up. Balancing on the ball of the foot, heel lifts, strong reach through the arms, making this your shape. Any hand mudra that feels powerful or honoring of you and your body and your beautiful expression of light. When you're feeling complete with crescent, coming all the way down. So the back knee now will drop down. Top of the foot can relax into this low lunge. Deep breaths into the hip, dropping the hips like an anchor. If the knee is agitated on the mat, you could fold a blanket on top of the knee to make it feel more cozy. And then either staying with the hands to the earth, or if it feels right to express this low lunge with the arms up or out or at the heart. Or gazing skyward. And everyone will take the arms eventually back down and then coming into a downward facing dog. Tuck the back toes, step the feet back, maybe walking the dog, bending the knees. Feeling the legs a bit more open, the whole body a bit more warm. And returning to the breath. That forever companion we have. The inhale and the exhale. Finding it, feeling that internal center. And then dropping down onto the earth with the knees and the ankles together, knees together. Unless you're pregnant, then the knees can be apart, and sliding into a child's pose. For some, it might just look like this. If this hurts the knees, you can put a folded blanket on top of the calves for a little cush, or underneath the knees if this is too hard. For those that can fold forward, maybe stacking the fists on top of each other so the forehead can have a pillow. Or for others, if the forehead can drop all the way to the earth, allowing it to do so. Smoothing the forehead and releasing the brain and the head to the earth or the hands. You can take the arms either forward or out to the side. Taking a couple returning breaths into this ball-like pose or child's pose, like you're curling yourself back into the womb. Back into truly our beginning, our center that we came from. Taking a few more cleansing breaths into this child's pose or any type variation. Slowing down. Slowing the breath down. Slowing the body down. And in your own time and in your own way, slowly curling the spine up like a little spring sprout. Coming out of that shape, and we'll find ourselves lying down onto our backs. We'll do a couple hip stretches onto our back, and then we'll come into a full reclining Shavasana relaxation. So if you want to get anything nearby for lying flat, like a blanket or a pillow, feel free to get that now before you descend to the earth. If you're with me on your back, we're going to hug the knees into the chest, and giving them maybe a little rock side to side if that feels great. Massaging the low back into the earth. The sacrum, the hips. Back to center, grab just the right knee and extend the left leg either long on your mat, or if that's too intense, you can bend the left leg. Hugging just the right knee into the chest, you can flex through both heels, opening the legs. Breathing into this right hip. And the exhale, allowing the hip to soften, the body to relax a little deeper into the earth. You can stay here hugging the knee, or take the right foot to the ceiling, grab a hold of the back of the leg or the calf for some, maybe even grabbing the toes or the ankle. Grab what you can grab. Maybe a little pointing and flexing through the heel or circling the ankle might feel good. Then bend the right knee if it's not already. Bend the left knee. Park this right ankle on top of the left knee. So you create a little 4 or a diamond shape with the legs. You can stay here, pushing the thighs away from the hips, or lift the left foot away from the earth. Grab the thigh or grab the left shin. Grab what you can. Flex the heels if you need a little bit more. Full breath. And coming into a twist, cross that right leg over the left like you're sitting ladylike in a chair. Arms out to the side. And then allow the legs to fall to the left. Lazy twist. Feeling gravity. You can gaze over the right shoulder if you want a little more twist through the neck. Inhale back through center, uncross the legs, and grab just the left knee into the chest. Tuck the chin, back of the neck long, spine long onto the earth, flexing through the heels. Breathing and thanking this left hip for opening. Straighten the leg if you'd like more. Pointing and flexing through the toe or the heel. Circle the ankle. And bend the right knee. Park this left ankle on top of the right knee. Push the thighs away from you. And then lift the right foot. Grab the right thigh or shin bone. Stretching into the hips. In some traditions, the hips are our center, where life begins. Coming into a twist again. Left leg is going to go over the right like you're cross-legged, sitting ladylike, arms out to the side. And then allow the legs to fall to the right with gravity. See if you can just allow the twist to twist you. Take any effort out of the shape. Head can fall to the left. Breathing into the twist, allowing it to twist you. And that great journey coming back to holding center. Come back to center. Uncross the legs. And we're going to rest into this centered space. Straight legs if you can. If your low back is achy today, you can bend the knees and or slide a pillow underneath the thigh bones. Finding your center, laying onto the earth. Close the eyes if that's comfortable. Tuck the chin. Feel the back of the body connected to the earth. With each exhale, releasing more and more into this centered, released state. Surrendering all effort of the muscles, softening the weight of the bones. Noticing the inhalation, expanding breath into the heart and chest. Noticing the invitation of the exhale to release, release, release. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting the wisdom of your body rest. Letting the center find you. Returning to that visualization of us all gathering together. As if we were circled together, surrendering, resting together. Letting the support of this sisterhood guide you deeper into rest. Feeling that golden thread connect you here into your body and your stillness and your center. And letting it connect to the power of all of our centers. Go ahead and slowly begin to wiggle the body. Maybe circling the wrists, circling the feet and the heels, stretching up, stretching long. Taking a couple awakening breaths as if you're just getting out of bed. Or maybe hugging the body, hugging the knees. And then rolling to one side. Rolling and resting to one side. And then slowly coming up to a seated position. Just checking in with your body.
as you find your seat, your station of meditation. Noticing if it feels a little better to be inside this body this morning. If you feel more connected to you and to others. If yoga accomplished that aim and that goal of uniting us. Taking the hands maybe together at the heart for one more prayer of gratitude for these bodies, for our connection, for the devotion and intention that we're here to celebrate together. Letting it be so. And sealing your movement this morning with a bow, honoring the light and the beauty and the incredible center that you are, and honoring the incredible beauty and light that we all are. Namaste. Thank you, sisters. Sending much love through the internet waves to your day. I'm with you in journaling and in all that we will be celebrating today. Love you. Hope to connect soon.